How was everybody's weekend?
Welcome, kiddies, to another episode of Tales from the Grift. Tonight's episode, Jeremy Hambley has been doing everything he can to get views online. But now, after his most recent venture, he's getting the attention he deserves. With tonight's episode, aptly titled, The Ghosts of Kinomas.
Quooge lay in the cold, dimly lit basement of his crumbling mansion, sprawled across a stained futon that leant right up against the toilet. Empty Red Bull cans were scattered everywhere like spent shell casings mixed with piles of worthless Pokemon cards, all of them suspiciously bull-themed. Tauros, Bouffalant, Miltank, and that one shiny Appleton that looked like it had been rage-pulled during a drunken 3 a.m. pack-opening stream. The only light in the room came from his massive monitor, still paused on a rage thumbnail that read, Black Fatigue, why, they'll let anyone into an IHOP. Quooge pulled the thin blanket over his head and muttered nervously, how was everyone's weekend? He soon realized that he still had 500 short introductions to film before dawn, and that he was all alone in the basement and actually not streaming to an audience of 10. His wife still yet to return home from going out for pizza earlier in the evening. The clock struck 1. A freezing wind swept through the basement even though there were no windows. The blanket violently yanked away, and hovering directly above the toilet stood a grotesque, translucent figure. A drooling dog man, matted fur dripping with saliva, chains rattling loudly around his neck and wrists. Little kiwi birds fluttered erratically around his head, while tiny hamsters sat perched on his shoulders and clung desperately to his fur as the chains rattled. The air carried only a faint smell of corn and kiwi fruit.
Quooge!
It was Joshua Connor Moon. Quooge scrambled backwards up against the futon, nearly knocking himself over the toilet. What the? It's you!
You will be visited by the 3 ghosts of Kinomas.
3? I'm a busy man. I've got a rant scheduled about how they've ruined Star Wars again.
The first shall come when the clock strikes, and that's whenever he damn well feels like it, bish, if you want to know the truth about it. That one is Ethan Oliver Ralph, the ghost of Kinomas past. He will show you the long nights of addiction, the endless drunken pill streams, the slurred rants that once drew crowds, now only echo in empty streams. He will force you to confront the bottle, the pills, and the slow ruin they bring. Prepare yourself, bish.
Quooge's face twitched with unease.
The second will follow. Andy Worski, the ghost of Kinomas' presence. He will reveal the truth of things as they stand now. The struggle to form even a single clear sentence. The painful pauses. The inability to string thoughts together without stumbling. He will make you witness it all while you remain here, in this basement, beside the toilet, covered in piss, surrounded by empty Red Bull cans, and your piles of worthless bull Pokemon cards.
Quooge's hands began to shake.
And the third and final, Matt Jabbo, the ghost of Kinomas' future. He will not speak a single word. He will only point, and he will show you what lies ahead. 0 audience, no money, no viewers left at all. Your online career will be dead and buried. You will be driving Hoovers through the night, alone, with nothing but the glow of a phone screen and the memory of what you once had.
Joshua Connor Moon gave one final weary sigh.
Do not try to hide behind your disgusting wife. You better not drink another Red Bull. You will not escape them. Expect the first ghost soon.
And with that, the translucent figure of Joshua Connor Moon began to fade. As he dissolved into a swirl of pixelated distortion, the distant cry echoed through the cold basement.
Where's my money, Quooge, bish?
Suddenly, a giant pig monster appeared at the end of the doorway, and Quooge, in his terror, could only speak one phrase. How was everybody's weekend?
Well, Well, kiddies, wasn't that a scary tale? Tune in next week for more ghoulish terror. It's been me, the Grift Keeper. See you next time, kiddies.